what I didn't like was it seemed like people were memorializing her. And let me say that again. Instead of celebrating her great career, it seemed like people were memorializing her. She's not deceased. And that's what I hated the most. I wanted to see more about her accomplishments rather than hearing about her battle with Alzheimer or dementia, the early onset of Alzheimer, the Alzheimer's type. I'm not saying that we shouldn't be aware of that, but let's not focus on it, because I'm sure Pat Summitt does not want people to focus on her illness, but focus on her success. I mean, just look at her. I mean, I'm just looking at her right here, her resume. Coached Tennessee basketball, women's basketball program for 38 years, 38 seasons, 1,098 victories. Once again, 1,098 victories in 8 NCAA titles. Now let's go back and say that again. 38 seasons of coaching, 1,098 victories in 8 NCAA titles. Now get this. People will say, well, that's women's basketball. I don't even want to curse. But I heard someone say that just the other day. Well, that's women's basketball. I think it's even a better accomplishment. And I know I'm going to get ragged about this. You rag on. You can follow me at Twitter, Babe Tom Herman. You can send me an email, babetomherman@yahoo.com. Once again, that's babetomherman@yahoo.com. I think her accomplishments are even better than John Wooden. I'm naming all legendary coaches. Currently legendary, living legends as well. Mike Krzyzewski, Roy Williams, Calipari, Pitino, Bobby Knight, to name a few. Her accomplishments are much better. Why do I say that? Because of here. She juggled. She had to do all of this. Of course, she figured it out. How to overcome multiple knee injuries as a player, how to build a national championship program, how to elevate an entire sport of women's college basketball. But get this here. How to juggle motherhood with an all-consuming career. That's why I think her accomplishments are better than any of those men's basketball coaches, legends, living legends, whatever we want to title them. I think her legendary career speaks more volumes than those. Not just the 8 national championships alone is amazing. Wooden had 10. Krzyzewski has 4. Knight has 3. Williams has 2. But how to juggle motherhood with an all-consuming career. College basketball, D1 college basketball, I don't care what division you're in, is not easy. You have to multitask. Roy Williams, Dean Smith, John Wooden, whoever you want to put in that legendary status, they didn't have to raise their kids. The mom, the mother, the wife had to do it. So they were getting breaks in between when they were truly going recruiting. Recruiting can be treacherous, can be very time consuming, but all they had to do was just call home, check on the kids. Oh baby, how you doing? And this is just my words. Yeah, the kids okay? Okay. I'll see you in 2 days. It's not that easy for a woman's basketball coach. Well, so-and-so is not feeling well. I'll be on the next plane. I'm coming home. That's motherly. That's a motherly instinct. I'm not saying that the men were bad fathers, but a motherly instinct is that I'm not going to just leave it to the husband to take care of him. My child needs mama. But daddy, my head's hurting. Mama take care of you. You know what I'm talking about. Don't act stupid. Daddy, my head's hurting. Mama will take care of you. But when you tell mama, my head's hurting. Oh, come here, baby. Come on, mama will love you. Mama will kiss it and take it away. From local ties. Now, NC State head women basketball coach, if you're not aware, Kelly Harper, played under Coach Summitt at Tennessee in college. She was one of the starting point guards for the Lady Volunteers during their 3 consecutive NCAA Women's National Championship run from 1996 to 1998. Kelly Harper's emotional thoughts.
Today's a day that we knew was coming at some point, whether it was now or a few years down the road. And although you know that it's going to happen, it's still a shock to your system, really, when it does. It's a very sad day for women's basketball, and especially the Tennessee family. She's a perfectionist. She's very driven and pushes her players to be perfect in everything they do. And obviously, she didn't win a lot of games by luck. She knew exactly what she was doing to get our teams and that program to the elite level consistently. But the one thing about her that you didn't get to see was that she cared. I mean, she genuinely cared for us as people outside of the court, and she would show it in different ways. And actually, it's something that, as a former player, you see more. Now we can appreciate her as somebody other than a coach now, and for me to give her a phone call, I always worry about bothering her, and I know this is one of the busiest people I've ever known, and she is not that way. She wants me to call, and she's always made her former players feel very special.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, that was current women's head basketball coach Kelly Harper of NC State, speaking in reference to her former head coach and mentor, Pat Summitt. Now, those of you that are not aware, Pat Summitt stepped aside on Thursday, officially on Thursday, as Tennessee head women's basketball coach, and she will serve as an advisor for the Lady Volunteers. Holly Warlick will take over as head coach of that program. Now, Summitt will report to the athletic director and help the women's program. She got it to 8 national titles. She says she supports Warlick, her assistant for 27 years, and a 3-time All-American who played for Summitt, as her replacement, and wants to ensure the stability of the program. Now, once again, this move comes less than a year after Summitt who was diagnosed with early onset dementia, the Alzheimer's type rather. Now, legendary Coach Summitt was quoted as saying, "I've loved being the head coach at Tennessee for 38 years, but I do recognize that the time has come to move into the future and a step into a new role." Now I'm going to read to you a comment that head UConn women's basketball Coach Gino, a class act himself. Pat's vision for the game of women's basketball and her relentless drive pushed the game to a new level and made it possible for the rest of us to accomplish what we did. In her new role, I'm sure she will continue to make significant impacts to the University of Tennessee and to the game of women's basketball as a whole. Once again, that's coming from Coach Gino of UConn. Very great statement. Class act himself. No one, including myself, can think of women's college basketball not first thinking of Pat Summitt. It's been the way it has been for years. When you think about the NCAA tournament, when you think about whether it's regular season, postseason, you think about Pat Summitt. She has submitted her name in everything that's in reference to women's college basketball. That's the reason I think her accomplishments, 1,098 victories, 8 national championships, is even better than what you would say John Wooden, Mike Krzyzewski, those guys, Roy Williams, what they have accomplished, to me pales in comparison to what Pat Summitt accomplished. Because not only was she a full-time head women's basketball coach and the demands that come with that, it wasn't part-time work. The women's basketball program at Tennessee was more recognized than a men's basketball program there. What other program in the country could say that their women's program superseded the men's program? For years, I didn't even pay attention to Tennessee volunteer basketball. Not until the coach got in trouble a couple of years ago there. But for years, I've always paid attention. When I thought about Tennessee, the university itself, when I was coming up in high school, I couldn't think of nobody but Johnny Major and all those football coaches that were after him because football is a major part of the Tennessee program. But just right after them, I thought immediately of Pat Summitt. Pat Summitt's name just came right up on just surfaced itself in my mind. So I feel, and I know I'm going to get a lot of emails in reference to this, maybe some tweets bashing me for it, but I feel that what she has accomplished as her role as women's head basketball coach at Tennessee supersedes what those coaches' names that I stated earlier. My opinion. Now, on a funnier note, before I go, Thursday, it seems Thursday that Time Magazine named their, what did they call it? I'm looking at it now, the 100 most influential people in the world. Tim Tebow and Jeremy Lin made that list. Once again, Time Magazine released on Thursday publication that 100 most influential people in the world. Now I'm looking at, looks like Hillary Clinton made the list. President Obama made the list, of course. Rihanna, yeah, she made the list. Let's see who else of notable interest that made the list. And it's just so funny because I'm looking at all these names, big majority of names I don't even recognize. But I'm just wondering why I didn't make the list. Why Babe Tom Herman didn't make the list? Yeah, Mitt Romney's even on the list. My goodness, I should be on the list. I should be at least 98, 99. But then again, who am I? But I do feel that Babe Tom Herman should have been on that list. Just my opinion, of course. Next week, we'll be going more into the subject, once again, of NCAA football, basketball, little NBA, little NFL. Also, with the spring football over with local interest with NC State, Duke, and North Carolina. I'm going to go over all three programs, so you'll have something to look forward to for the four sports. And nothing is bigger than basketball, college basketball, and football in ACC country, Tobacco Road. Also, please remember, on today at 3, I think around 3 o'clock, kickoff is set for North Carolina State's annual spring football game. This is, I think, the donation will be like $1 even. Go pick up your ticket and support KYAL. All the money will be going to the KYAL fund. So go please support that great cause and the football team. It's just $1. I mean, there's no, people say, I thought it was free. What's $1? You can't even buy nothing. You can't buy 2 items in a convenience store for $1 unless you find a convenience store that has them little Wrigley gums for like 35 cents a piece. But you certainly can't buy nothing else with $1. So go take that $1 and go support a great fund, a great cause, and enjoy some football. Enjoy some football. And unfortunately, my time is up, and I do hope that you enjoyed your early morning coffee with Babe Tom Herman and continue to enjoy the rest of your day. You have been listening to the Babe Tom Herman Show with your host, Herman Thomas. Please feel free to tune in each and every Saturday morning at 7:30 a.m. on Power750.com and on WAUG Power 750.